camera just died then. So this is part 2 of the download. My download for Saturday night. Right, so yeah, anyway, this is a real pleasure talking to you guys, because I've always wanted to reach out there as a start seed myself, and I am doing tarot, but I've had a bit of a break because I've been working out and my body is physically tired, so it's just easier to give knowledge to my family, my galactic family. So I'm so pleased to be able to do this. So yeah, I want to help do self-coding course. If anyone's interested, just contact me and we'll set up a group or something and start doing like an hour a week or something, like sessions, like group chats or whatever, video chats, and we can talk about this stuff and other people who are struggling with their awakening, their I've had a lot of trouble detaching. It's been such a struggle doing, you got to do ancestral curse removals, you got to do blood reclaiming, because the fourth dimension reptilians and Bill Gates and the Zeta Reticuli, they try and take over your bloodline via the fact that you just haven't claimed your own DNA line, right? Your own, which is human. You're a human royal. Everyone on this planet is a human royal, right? You're a human. Even you may be from Sirius or Pleiades or whatever, but you're a human now, and you got to reclaim that blood type back so that the reptilians can't say, right, you've signed on for organ donor when you did your driver license. You're basically giving over your power to be harvested in other timelines, and when you die, things don't happen the way you think they do. Okay, and so if you ever die in a car crash, don't think that your organs are going to save little Jimmy who needs a heart replacement. No, that's going off on for genetic cloning, super soldier cloning, especially if you're an RH negative bloodline. They can take your soul, right? They can take your soul out of your body, put it in a clone, and send you off to do a battle. And they can take your soul out of your body and put it in an AI clone or a robot. Think about that, being a vegetable and a robot, right? So, because that's what the AI wants, is your soul spark, because they need a soul spark to have consciousness, but they don't the power, the battery power that Neo talks about, right? So, but if we raise our vibration, right, it doesn't matter if it's AI, reptilian, the Illuminati, we're going to remove the Illuminati and the negative energies, but we're going to have to all live together as one and which means living in harmony and being most authentic self, which means we've got to know ourselves better, right? It's not about them. It's not about Biden. It's not about fucking, Enki, they've already done all their damage, right? They've already fucked us over millions of years ago, right? But we got to know ourselves again. Humanity is lost. It's an amnesia. And the natives on the planet will tell you that white people is, a man with amnesia that doesn't know himself or his history or who he is or where he comes from, It's, all natives talk about that white man is so out of touch with Mother Earth, we got to get back in touch with Mother Earth, right? I want to challenge each one of you this week, right? If you get this far in the video, is that to do one thing, to just cut one thing out that is bad, whether it's like bacon, whether it's like milk and you have to switch to an almond, a plant-based milk, or whether it's like cigarettes. It could be a big thing, I challenge, if you really do a big thing, I challenge you to do it. I challenge you to give up smoking, or crack, if that's what you're into, or no, just joking. That's it could be sugar, it could be you want to switch to decaf, it could be anything, it could be you want to cut out bread, right? Because bread's another bioengineered warfare system to slow down your body. Bread and yeast actually slows down inflammation reduction and your metabolism. Did you know that? So it literally stops your ability to heal yourself, clogs up your body. Your 90% of your immune system is in your gut, and your gut has all the neurotransmitters that go up to your brain, right? So what you put in your body is literally your brain. This is your brain. Your heart is your first brain. It's pumping at a higher frequency because you have to feel to think, right? And to think, you have to have an engine, right? So to be We've got to be more like diamonds, right? We've got to be more like crystals. We've got to go, and it has to be pure. It has to be organic. It can't be something that is designed to slow down your evolution, right? I've been hit hard, I've been in, psych wards when I was younger, like when I was 17, just because I was different and because I had alien abductions and because I challenged, psychiatrists. I told them what was on my mind and stuff. You can't do that with modern day society because they literally lock you up. And, I know a lot of whistleblowers like, Miles Johnson, Kerry Cassidy and stuff, people who've just been sectioned for talking about aliens and stuff. But we're coming into an open ground now where, people like me can really talk about this. This is what's so happy for me. It's because, people like me can speak out and not be, so worried about this stuff. So, and the thing is, right, there are positive timelines, right? So, the Helder Greys. Have you heard about the Helder Greys? They were a version of a timeline of humanity that couldn't breed anymore. They were so toxic. They did so much chemical changing. They got all the microchips and stuff that they couldn't reproduce. They literally had like suction cups for genitalia, and it got to a point where they were going to die. Like their whole fucking race and their timeline was just going to die. So they had to time jump into other timelines, which is what I think they did to me, because I'm pretty sure they took DNA, where they take DNA of hybrid kids, they mix it with genetically, and they create a positive timeline of hybrids. So they're not greys, but they're not humans. And you get races like the Anshar and people like Bashar who are actually channeling the Anshar, who will tell you this, that they have successfully fixed the problem with the greys, because when you lose your entire bloodline, you lose your soul, and the Egyptians knew that the blood was the song of the soul, and that the Ka, or the energy field, was the chariot of the body, and Ka in Egyptian means vehicle. So your Merkaba, your frequency, blood powered, it has to have the blood, it has to have the energy field, it has to have the harmonics, right? And when you're in love, your blood fires up, when you're passionate about something, it's that frequency, right? And that's why blood's full of salt, right? Because it's actually a liquid crystal. We're learning a lot tonight, aren't we? I'm learning a lot. I'm just getting it now. And the thing is, right, that so I challenge each one of you starseeds to cut out one thing that is plugging you into the matrix, whether it's that you hang out with a certain crowd or you go to a certain bar. I want you to switch that up with a positive alternative and go somewhere nice. And I challenge you to eat organic, to not go out so much for cooked foods and pastas and stuff. And I'm not just going to leave you down and out going with homework. I'm going to give you something, right? A lot of you that want activations and really want speeding up, get some Moldavite, right? Get some Moldavite crystal. This is the Holy Grail crystal. It's an ET contactee crystal. It's a meteorite from the planet Maldek, which is another timeline of a planet that crashed in another dimension. It was another version of Earth, and it crashed and landed here in this timeline. Because when you get a big explosion that goes multi-dimensional, and this is literally the planet and all its people, and it has all this collective knowledge, and it only comes from Slovakia, and King Arthur was chasing after this. And the only person who could get it, who actually retrieved it for him, was Galahad, the purest knight, who didn't even have sex with anyone. I think in the story he killed himself after he handed it back to the ETs, because apparently he gave it and there was a big flash of light and the gods came down and took it. Right, that's ET stuff, right? But I mean, I don't know if I feel so sorry for Galahad. He didn't get laid, all that work. But the fact of the matter is, right, is that good on Galahad. And I'm gonna give you. I'm just gonna intuitively pick out a crystal, and you guys are gonna go and get that, because whoever this is for. This is a message for you, right? We're going to work with spirit. It's like tarot. All right. We've got a red and a blue crystal to choose from. It's kind of like the Matrix. Actually, the blue one looks pretty cool. Jasper red, we'll go with that, eh? We'll do both of them, actually, so that you can pick which one you want. And don't think that if you pick the blue that you're going to be stuck in the Matrix. But, yeah, okay, so Jasper red. Keywords: physical strength and vitality, stabilization of one's energy. So a lot of you out there who are listening to this might need stabilization of energies. Chakras is for the root, sexual, creative, and the second chakra. Element: earth, physical. So this is a grounding crystal, or you might need grounding with all this awakening that you're doing. Enhances strength and energy, encourages recovery from physical weaknesses due to illness. Sounds like I need this. Useful in generating muscle tissue and can enhance effects of exercise, support the circulatory and respiratory systems. Perfect. I actually work out quite a lot for someone, who doesn't go to a gym. Emotional. It aids in releasing attachment and negative emotional and sexual experiences. This is just what I've been talking about, activating the root chakra so that you can align your physical chakra. Emotional, we've done that. Emotional. So a lot of you have sexual traumas. A lot of you might even be in secret space program, or you don't know what's going on, right? But you have traumas that you need to unlock, and the only way to do that is with Mother Earth, right? So stimulates the root chakra, supports rising of the Kundalini energy, right? So the Kundalini energy is all that power that's coiled around the base of your spine, and when you activate it, it rises up like the DNA, like the Christ, like Christ. It rises up from the tomb, and your what is it? Your sacral bone, is shaped like the pyramid, so it resonates. So your tailbone actually resonates vibrationally, and the snake is wrapped around that. And Christ, the Christos, from the pineal gland, the Christ is raised from the lower realm, the lower chakras, right up to the returning sun. Jesus was the forgotten, God's own son returning to heaven, heaving up, up to the higher realms, the higher dimensions, the dimensions of the third eye, up Jacob's ladder, all analogies in the Bible, right? So, red jasper stimulates root chakra. Red jasper is a microcrystalline variety of quartz, silicon dioxide mineral with a hexagonal crystal system and a hardness of 6.5 to 7 for you chemist geeks out there. The name of jasper is derived from the Greek word meaning spotted stone. Right, okay. Jaspers can be include up to 20% foreign materials, which account for its wide variety of color and patterns. Red jasper is found in Brazil, the USA, and in other countries. Red jasper can help enhance one's endurance and stamina, and can work overtime to increase the amount of chi. Chi is so important for breaking out, raising your frequency, because when you got higher chi, you can see through illusions, you can see through narcissists, negative timelines, like when you do something, you have a bad day because you took that one wrong turn. Chi will help you to go. Life is, a stage, and sometimes you got to turn away from things that you already know, right? So, it strengthens the root chakra and deepens one connection to earth. Stamina can enhances the energetic field. It enhances memory, especially of dreams or other inner experiences. Its vibrational pattern is so stable that it tends to stabilize one's own energies if one wears or carries it or keeps it in the environment. I think I've got some red jasper. Or it might be red jasper, such stabilization can lead to good health, balanced emotions, truthful expression, and just actions. This stone has a kind and down-to-earth nobility that simply rubs off on the owner. Red jasper does, well, that sounds perfect, doesn't it? We all need a bit of balancing. Red jasper does, sorry guys, I'm eating vegetables, and they just, you don't get that kind of, the cheeseburgers just go down, you have to deal with it down here, but you have to breathe out the spinach. I'm eating spinach every day. The stone is a kind of down-to-earth nobility and simply rubs off on the owner. Red jasper does its work gradually, but offers the advantage that the gains one makes it more permanent than those achieved with different stones or other methods. There you go. I would like to go through the Bloomstone, but I'm about to run out of film. I don't think I can do it all in 3 minutes. But the other one was Jade Blue, which is about spiritual knowledge, clearing, thinking, discrimination. And it's a crown chakra, third eye crystal, but it's assists in calming inflammation. So if anyone's got inflammation, get some Jade Blue. If you want to increase your vitality and your Kundalini and balance your energies, get Jasper Red. Yeah, so that's my little vlog for the day, and love and light from Melbourne, love and light from Lemuria, my family in New Zealand. I send them love and light. Love everybody out there, and I wish you all a happy day, and hope that you're having a nice full moon. That's another thing, right? If you're hooked into the matrix and you're drinking and you're eating all the parasitic foods, you'll be hooked into, because you literally take on worms, right, in your gut, and they'll just like worms, they'll hook into your neurosystem if you eat meat. That's enough, because they have to decompose the dead bodies that you eat, right, when you eat dead matter. So it's important to eat organic, because you don't need the assistance of parasites, because that's all parasites are doing, is they're cleaning up death and decay. The same in the spiritual realm, right? If you've got a lot of negative energy around you, you have a lot of spirits, because they're feeding off all the gunk, right? So it's the same with the body. Don't be hooked into the matrix by unplugging. Choose yourself to do the work. It can't be anyone else. Like Morpheus said, I can show you the door, but you have to walk through it. Love and light, everybody. From the collective of Pleiades, Lemurians, Sacred Masculine, Sacred Feminine, I wish you all love. And I'll see you again, no doubt.